Okay, today I'm going to talk about the Marshall DSL1 head with the matching 12-inch cabinet. It's the greatest little metal stack for your bedroom or living room that you're ever going to have. It's just like a big, huge Marshall, thick sounding, like the depth is unbelievably big on this. The bottom end is it's mind blowing. This is a 1 watt tube amp, and I'm just using a Epiphone classic worn P90, just something to, I don't know. I just haven't played in a while. Just thought, why not? I'll do a quick thing. I'm not gonna play too much. I'm more just gonna talk about the amp. But I'll just do a quick couple of little riffs or something. Everything on noon. In the ultra gain, in the ultra gain section, gain all the way up. Volume at 4, 3.5. It doesn't really get too loud. That's the whole point of this, is you can really rip it, So a lot of noise from the P90s, mean. And the first thing I'm going to talk about exactly is that the gain is strange. So I've got the gain all the way up, and I'll bring it down to half, and it's hard to hear a big jump. You just can feel it more. It'll help cover up if you're a little sloppy like I am tonight. I don't really care. Just doing a quick video. And you'll notice you can probably hear the string volume, from the guitar. Right now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's asleep in the house, and I'm like ripping it. I'll give it a little character. Well, okay. First, I'll give it as much volume as I can really get out of it. I'm just gonna crank both. The volume and gain on the ultra gain. It's not that loud. You don't have to be afraid of it. Especially with like 1 watt amps, 5 watt amps, 15 watt amps even. You're gonna get there in volume, and then you're not gonna get much more. Half, 6, 7. You'll be there, but you'll be more saturated. You're not gonna be. I used to be scared of that, going from 1 to 12. On a low watt tube amp, and it doesn't really get much louder. It just gets filthier, So we're totally gained again. Stock Epiphone P90s, nothing special, but let's rip this thing. definitely gets more character. It's definitely a lot of drive. You know, again, I have all the EQ on noon, reverb on noon, everything on noon. I don't have the deep switch engaged, but it's really like, I've noticed that at a lower volume, it's just really, really thick. You know, again, I'll bring it back down. And then we'll crank it again. And it's got definitely some more mids poking through. The treble's really sensitive. I don't move it around too much, but it'll get sharp. I'm sure you can hear that a little bit more clear. I'm gonna bring the gain way, way down. I'd get it down to like, I don't know, 2 or 3. It's still pretty. It's really just kind of what you're gonna pick out of it. I mean, I could get a little bit of like it's still super responsive. I mean, even with the gain that low, if you want to you know what I mean? It's really, it's hard to get the gain off. Like, it's just, this is just high gain right from. I mean, I don't even know if I can go any lower. I mean, I'll bring it. This is about where we might be hitting. I'm on 1. We might be getting a little bit more classic rock. But again, it's still really, really, really. You're barely getting there. Again, gain is on. Yeah, gain is on. The gain is on like 1. It sounds just killer, especially if you're just really, if you really want something that you want to sit in your bedroom, you want to drop D, you want to use thick, heavy pickups. You just want this thing to sound like a bedroom half stack. It will do it. It does do it. It's really, really cool how it does it. The clean channel, a lot of people have also said it's unusable. It's not. It's unusable if you are going to try and go between clean and distortion. Like, again, you can't gig with this. I mean, maybe with electric drums, and I mean, you can't gig with this. You can't, unless you just don't need any stage volume for yourself. And if you're comfortable just getting it maybe up on a table and right by your ear, you know, throw a 906 on it and just run it through the mains, you could. I mean, you're not gonna hear yourself at certain points, especially, you know, if you're a hard hitting drummer, you will not hear yourself. But the clean, if you're gonna use it, I'll try and do an example. It's called classic gain. It's very strange. You have to use the EQ settings completely different, but just as the EQ settings are, as I had them before, this is some of the clean. It's not coming through probably too well, but it is really bright. It's really glassy. You know, this is the first time I've really noticed this, because if you put this through headphones, if you listen to the clean through headphones, it'll really kill you. I'm actually getting something kind of cool with this. I'm kind of getting a classic rock tone. Now I'm on the neck pickup, and I just cranked the, it's just got one knob, and it's just called volume on the classic gain. And I'm on the neck here, and it's pretty bright. and we'll hit the bridge here. Definitely sounds better with P90s. My first time putting this through there, where I really noticed it. Do not use single coils. It is glass shattering for sure. But you know, I'm gonna throw on the deep switch here. I'm gonna get this classic gain into this like more classic rock sound. I'm gonna hit the deep switch. Still a little glassy. I'm gonna bring down the treble and mid. 4 o'clock, keeping the bass where it is. You know, and you're starting to get kind of that like. Sounds good on the neck here. I was playing generic riffs. It's getting better. Let's crank it all the way. It's almost getting a little too deep. I'm going to bring the mid back up. Take the deep out again. So anyway, that definitely sounds better through the 12-inch speaker. I promise you, again, through headphones, even through great headphones, it is glassy. It is really, really glassy. You know, even on video, filming a video that I'll put on YouTube, and you know, whatever. I don't care if I make mistakes. I'm not gonna sit here and edit these. I'm just gonna have a little rant, have a quick conversation, get the information across. It's cool. It sounds really cool. It's thick. It's thick. It's got a lot. It really blew me away. It's so mean sounding. If you want to just be in the middle of the night, and if you just want to shred, and if you just want to really, really shred, again, you know, depending on your situation, in an apartment situation or a townhouse, you will hear it through the floor. No question. It is loud. I mean, for me, like my bedroom is on the other side of the house, or if you're like in a ranch where you have a family room on one side, the bedroom's on the other side of the house, you'll easily be able to rip this thing all night long at full volume. It won't even. I'd be shocked if it carried through the floor. You know what I mean? Out to there. I have 2 levels on my house, so we gotta go up. We gotta go all the way over. So I mean, I've had my 55 watt amp on half, and my wife doesn't hear a damn thing. So. But again, purpose of this, it is just too damn cool. It's too damn cool to just, when you are ripping this thing, it's just, I mean, it just has it. It just has that. I'll even just for 1 second, I'll really, really crank it on the ultra gain, and I'll hit the deep switch. So without the deep. Let's hit the deep switch. Again, without. Setting still around noon. It's cool. I love it. It's not exactly, you know, I mean, my style all the time. I like to try a bunch of different things. I really like to work on my blues licks and some different classic rock things. But it is mean. It's mean. It's fun. It's cheap. I used some rewards from my I think my Gretsch, which paid for most of it, and then I went and bought the cabinet. I think that you're talking 700 brand new for the whole thing. It is durable. It is made well. It is absolutely made well. The cabinet, the head, it's hefty. It's big. You could drop it and kick it, and I don't think you'd have a problem. Don't do it, but I'd be shocked if you had a problem. But it is great, and it sounds great even with cheap guitars. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I could grab a Les Paul Standard or Les Paul Standard 60s, or I can get a I've got a Gibson SG Raven over there. I've got Gibson Custom Light Les Paul over there. There's a lot. I've got a PRS C24, things that we could, it will sound killer through. But just the fact that you can take something like this, and I'm not going to talk too much about this guitar. Really, we bought this. My wife just, she thought it was pretty. She liked the wood grain and the color of the wood grain. So whatever. Just, I don't remember, $3.99 or $4.49. All the prices are different. I know there was big price jumps in a lot of different categories. But from when I bought these things, so only a year ago, they were a little bit cheaper. But it's cool. I think you will be blown away when you get one or play one. They're not in my local music stores. I have a couple, and I've got a couple pretty big ones out here in New Jersey. I don't go to Guitar Center pretty much ever. It's a little far. It's a long drive. I'm not afraid to just buy something if if it's terrible. I mean, they'll return it. Just keep it absolutely perfect. Take a look at it, research it, of course, do everything you can. I don't like to send things back. In fact, I don't send things back. It's got to be a problem. I never send things back. I have a hard time letting go of things, and my wife has a hard time letting me let go of things. So that's how you end up with a lot of things in a small room. But check it out. You will be surprised. I have not recorded with it. The headphone out is great. The audio in is great. Has 2 speaker outputs. If you want to hook up to 2 of these speakers, I bet you get a little more kick out of it. I don't think that's necessary, but it has an emulated out for your headphones. And the headphones on the distortion, it's thick. It's a big, huge, it sounds like you're playing through a 4x12. Like, it's a big, thick stack. I just noticed the clean through headphones was unbearable. I only just noticed now on this video that the classic gain was way more usable than I thought. It really, really... It surprised me going through this cabinet. I don't know what it would sound like through other cabinets, but it cranked. It was pretty cool. It cranked pretty good. So my thoughts, comments. If you want to leave comments, or we can just talk about this stuff. I really don't care about being a successful YouTube vlogger. Just want to talk to other musicians and get some of the information out there. This is a strange one to get information on, but this is the Marshall DSL1, the newest version. It's only about a year old. I haven't noticed they've done anything different, but newest version with the new cab, and it's killer. It's awesome. I think you should check one of these out. I think you'll be really, really surprised. All right, that's it for today. Thanks.